welcome back, everybody. We have returned again for the third and final portion of this week's adventures.
We're going to see if we can get out of second gear.
Yeah. See if we can get out of second gear and get this train rolling.
So,
we are going to bring you some...
Yeah, who wants to start this train of rolling?
This crazy train of love?
Our random selections are our random pickings from random companies.
Kind of like the really awkward cuddle puddle, right? So,
do we want to just throw out the that buck?
Yeah,
we already kind of mentioned it last episode.
Let's start with that.
What are we starting with?
The buck.
The 55.
So this is
just kind of throwing it out as a.
So this is a re-release. Limited to this year. So if you want it, you have this year to buy it. Although it is currently unavailable, so check back soon. S30V, marbled carbon fiber, I'm sorry. And nickel silver bolsters, looks like. Yep. So the 55 is not a big knife. I have actually looked at this one in their customizer, I believe, with other materials, and this might actually just be the stock version that I order for myself because I kind of really like the look of this thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
What's the blade length on that guy?
It's sub 3, I think. Well, the close length is 3.5. The blade length is 2 3/8.
Okay.
6 centimeters. That's that's small. That's like small enough that you just fold it up and keep it in your back pocket. That's probably where that would go.
Is that Canadian fly legal, or can you not have a law?
Yep. 6 centimeters.
Yeah. So.
Yep, 6 centimeters is the limit.
Although that's pushing it a little bit, I think. Like.
It would be easy enough to shorten the tip a little, just to not worry.
One sharpening, and then you're probably
just
fine.
The tip, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing with this collection, and I know we all are really digging the 55, but they did make. I don't know if it was a 110 or not.
It was a 110.
A bigger brother.
I have it up right now. So this one has the old school style thumb opener. That's like an aftermarket mod, but they just have it stuck on there. It's torques everything, which on the 110 looks super weird to me. And S45 with Cerakote thumb stud. It's super strange.
That was one of the big differences, for sure.
The Buck 110 should not take a dip in the Tactical Aid.
No.
That is a horrible.
That being said, once upon a time, they did have a Buck 110 that had a full titanium handle with all those big old holes in it. That was a cool looking thing. This looks a little strange.
I don't know.
They weren't actually holes, though. They were divots.
I could have sworn they were holes, but all right. Yeah.
I don't know why that thumb stud reads as something from RoboCop to me, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
It's the serrations.
Yep.
But it's a non-spinning pivot.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Whose pick was that, by the way?
No one's.
The 55 is actually
And that's one, again, I'm actually quite interested in that one. The 110, you can just keep that on the shelf. I'll find something else I like in S45.
Yeah. No.
That pocket clip, man, anyway. that's enough time spent on that knife, I think.
Next knife.
Before we move on too far, was there anything else in the Legacy collection for this year?
I don't know if there was anything else in the Legacy collection.
The Kalinga and the Frontiersman.
Yes, sorry, we need to dabble on the Kalinga.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that was in that collection. But yeah, they re-released it. People have been screaming about that thing for a while. And they had them in 420, and then they jumped them up to S30, and then you couldn't get them at all. And so the fact that they're back, and is it S30, S35, S45 something? It's kind of fancy. I can't remember.
It's S35 VN.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks
good
nice.
Stuff. The Hunter boys and the old classic boys should love this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, did they sandblast that bolster? Like the guard? Because it looks like almost like 3D modeled. It almost doesn't look real with this lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But holy Jiminy price point, Batman.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
How many dollar readings?
340 American Eagle dollars.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right?
Were you looking forward to this knife, Paul?
It's kind of old school awesome, man.
It is. It actually
Yeah,
looks
It
kind of
is.
sweet.
it's definitely
Yeah,
a
it's pretty cool.
throwback. It's a throwback to
The-
their original stuff for sure.
I'm
But that
trying
is a pretty penny.
Uh,
Yeah.
so there was also the Frontiersman, and what is this? Basically, just it's the 124 Frontiersman, 420 high carbon for $235.
Ooh.
But it has a wood handle.
Yeah, genuine ebony. Oh, I'm sorry, Crelicam trademark. Genuine ebony.
Neither one of these are
Yeah.
our picks right now, so we should probably talk about our picks.
Yeah, I was just
That's
gonna.
not-
Yeah. So, who is next? Who are we talking about?
Yeah. Who's going?
I don't know.
Nigel.
I don't know who's going.
Nigel,
Sure.
well, dude, because that tab is right here. So
Cool. So the one that had been piquing my interest the most, or like stood out the most to me, was the MK Micro series. They're so cute.
little bitty fixed blades.
They are a lot smaller than they seem to be in the picture.
Yeah,
Like,
you're looking
they're-
at like Boker Gnome type of size, right?
Yeah.
Like
They are super cute. It has the 2 different blade styles, 5 different handle options, M390 for the steel. Price point is really good.
I was gonna say that's
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
I can see why this
And
piqued
then
your
the thing
interest.
Yep. And then the thing that is really, really cool about it for me is the sheath. Is they are made as an ambidextrous sheath. You can actually flip the knife either way, and the tab to hold it in will swivel, so it will hook either side. But there's not actually a snap.
It's magnetic.
That's magnetic. They have a magnet on both sides of the sheath, so you can snap the loop out of the way, or you can snap the loop to hold it closed. But then as far as the extra ways that you can carry this thing besides it being a neck knife, is they show that you can use the magnet snap on the backside to hold the sheath onto your pocket as like the pocket clip.
that's fancy.
You could-
That's
And
fancy.
that is just like,
pocket or outside the pocket like that too, like. With the
So-
magnet.
yeah, that's just like, it's cool. I like it.
Well, damn it! Now I want one. That's
Yeah, right.
pretty cool. And so are they all M390?
Yeah.
Wow, that's yeah. Oh, I forgot Blade HQ has this breakdown on the side. So there's 4 with Kerbin Fruber, 4 with G10, 8 with micarta, and then 4 that are just bare stainless steel. Interesting.
I love the fact that the DLC coated blades or whatever the coating is are the ones that have the tactical jimping.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's blade.
You're not wrong. Oh wait, no. The plain ones have it too. They've got jimping, or at least this one does.
They're just hard to
So
see.
they got
Yeah, I think the lack of contrast.
So I originally didn't realize that this sheath was that ambidextrous, and my main complaint was that it was set up left-handed in this picture, because the easiest way that I found to use that style of sheath is by popping the tab with your thumb to get it out of the way. And so in the picture there, it looks like you'd have to use your index finger,
Right.
and it was annoying.
That is fair.
But I want
The
one.
other random thing that I really like about these guys is I did watch a video describing them, and they showed that it's easy enough to take the scales off if you want to carry the skeletonized version. So it's the same cutout for both formats, like skeletonized or with scales, but the scales actually have a step built in, so they lock themselves in place, like they key themselves in place into that skeletonized section. Like,
you'd have to do that just because there's only one screw on the handle, but that's a nice, tasteful little way to deal with that particular design problem. Very cool. Yeah.
So.
Shit.
I want one of these. They're cool. I like them.
I kind of like the look of the sheep's foot with the carbon Fruber.
That's the one that I want with the Warncliffe blade.
Yeah. I think I might want the satin version. Yeah. Man, there's a lot of options too. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're right, Joe. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Is it more aggressive in the black?
I think it's just the contrast is upped. They might be more aggressive. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that thing's cute. I like that a lot.
Cool pick though. Like, jeez. Yep, that has it down there too.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Hey, I'm next.
Yeah. Okay. So are we gonna play this game of you guiding me?
Box knives. Well, it's just box knives because it's Italian, and we're in an Italian phase, and it's a Jesper box too. It is a Jesper box. Look at that. I had so many parallels. I didn't even know.
That's funny.
So if you go to new products, it's a baby core, which was technically a new knife for last year, but they have a new variation of a baby core. If you click on the new products, second row baby core 608.
I'm sitting on it right now.
The third variation is a stonewashed titanium. So, you know me.
The black and orange?
No. It's the 608 Ti version. It's a.
Oh, okay. It's not the third option for me. That's
okay. Sorry.
Yeah. I could see why
the baby cores the baby core actually came out last year, but the titanium version is a new version.
Okay.
It's not even available on the market to my knowledge yet.
It's like a what's that spider code?
It's a techno.
Techno.
It is.
It's a techno with a flipper.
Yeah. With M390, and you might slip or delete it. And I likes it. Saw some videos of the original baby core and it in hand, and it looks right up my alley as far as like a pillar type of size, techno size.
It's got the same wire clip. That's funny.
You bet it does. Yeah. Of course I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dentist knife for sure. Nice, small, boring, and just plain titanium. That's cool.
Stonewash to hell, just the way I like them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Three screw construction. Like how more basic can you get? Like, yes.
No kidding.
It's super slight, but I do enjoy that they actually left the pivot hardware and the screw caps like brushed instead of stonewashed, so they kind of stand out a little bit. It's nice contrast.
Yep.
And that little fox logo is nice too. Like it's kind of subtle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Funky.
So you like the Techno 3 or Techno 4?
I like it by Jesper Voxney. Yes. And in his defense, the core has been around for a while, and this is just a new baby core that came out for 2020. I had to do some homework on whether this was actually a 2021 model.
Right.
Because the original one is 2020. There is reviews about it from 8 or 9 months ago type of thing.
Okay.
But the titanium one is still, like, there's no reviews on it. It's coming soon. It wasn't in their 2020 lineup. So I'm putting it in the 2021 category just because it wasn't in their 2020 category. So,
yep.
It's also a
different. Say 2020 a couple more times.
Please don't. You have
also a 6 centimeter blade, though.
Yeah, nice and small.
6 on the nose, but there's no way I would carry that knife and push my luck on Canadian domestic flights.
I was gonna say this doesn't have a price point listed, but do you know what this thing's gonna go retail?
I'm not 100% sure. No.
Okay.
And answer to Cole. thanks for joining us, by the way. As far as the 535-3, we did review it. None of us actually own it, but we were able to get it on loan from the Cutting Edge Cutlery. They do ship North America wide, and they do have some in stock right now. So they're nice enough to let us play with it.
Made to number 4 on our board at the moment here. Number 2 for what we've reviewed in 2021 so far. It did pretty good, yeah.
And thanks, Ben, for pointing out that it'll be re-aired on Tuesday when we re-air the review every week. So get 4 guys' opinion on the sumbitch.
Yeah.
And you have a second pick.
Next night.
What's that?
You have a second pick.
I have a second pick, but we haven't got around all the first picks yet. Screw you, hippie.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm playing by the rules we started. Like, Nigel didn't double down.
There's rules?
I was going to say, like, I don't remember there being any rules. Fine, Paul, you're next.
You all know there's rules. Just none of us know what exactly they are.
So what's up?
It's like Calvin Ball.
Maybe it's not Otter. Maybe it's... Is this thing the Terrain 365 Otter slip joint?
Are you giving some bunk for your answers? Is that what's going on here?
I went to Otter Mess. I went to ottermesser.de for nothing. What the hell is?
I was hoping it was an Otter Messer.
What the hell is your knife called?
It's the Terrain 365 Otter slip joint. Specifically, the one in carbon fiber with Terraventium for the blade.
Oh, why do I know that?
This thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently this thing's a Barlow-esque slip joint with a classic design.
Why do I know that steel, though?
The blade is made of Terravantium, and it includes a... I'm sorry. Terravantium is not a steel. It is a dendric cobalt alloy. It is non-magnetic, cannot rust, and has superior edge retention to any steel.
There you go. And this was like a Kickstarter bullshit knife or something like that, wasn't it?
I no idea, but
I think it was. I think this was a Kickstarter knife. Yeah.
I can't remember if it was this one or there was something else with the steel that was a Kickstarter one. You can't remember.
Wasn't there like a James brand something or other?
I like it.
Or was it Quiet Carry?
Yeah, actually, I like it too.
Yeah, it looks nice.
As long as the Terravantium stuff isn't just like a sheet of aluminum. Like, because you don't know. None of us know what that shit actually is.
It's been used in other high-profile projects. I'm just drawing a blank. I can't remember if it was Quiet Carry, but it was another like offshore produced small batch sort of bullshit where that was the last place I had heard of this steel, and I just can't remember what model knife it was. But
fair enough.
It reminds me of the lines of that Wee knife by Lundquist with the coffin-shaped handles.
The new 2021 front flipper, top flipper, everything flipper.
Yeah.
It's got similar lines, like just a nice taper and everything.
It kind of does,
but it's not often you see a modern traditional with a freaking bail on the end of it, though. That's kind of cool. Like
a boy's knife type of thing. Yeah,
I really dig that. Like that's just a cute little touch.
Yeah,
it's neat.
Especially even with that blade shape, like those two things go together so nicely.
The grind looks vaguely hollow in this picture I've got up. That looks like it'll be pretty slicey, which is
cool. That's a cool pick.
Yeah,
it's probably not as like hard as that stuff that Sandgren's using.
No, from what I recall, people were saying it's sort of like what you would normally expect from a titanium blade that's been carburized in terms of edge retention, but slightly better. I don't know how accurate those statements were, but that's the extent of what I've heard about it. And for a small traditional, why not? That seems pretty reasonable.
Just for the weird factor of what it is, I want it. Like,
yeah, cool pick.
It's cool.
Does that just leave me for first?
Recommended.
Holy, $300. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just noticed the price on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and actually,
What's up?
before we move, a little bit before we move on, do we know anything about Terrain's 365 aside from this particular knife?
Never heard of them before.
Might be something to research at another date.
Yeah.
So this is a little concept knife that caught my eye specifically because of the contrast. It's the Prickle, and there's a couple different variants of the Prickle.
I don't like that.
It comes in brown, doesn't it?
It might. It comes in brown.
Of course, you like this knife.
This particular one is a front flipper with black G10, black DLC blade, 154 cm, hollow ground, and anodized hardware. It looks kind of neat. And it's thin. I like it. There are other variants that you guys might like a little bit more in terms of color schemes, but I'm kind of into this one.
Well, the black and gold looks good.
Yeah,
the black and gold looks sick. Yeah,
and it's not terribly expensive. It's $74, American, but still $74 for
What's the steel?
154 cm.
Yeah, all right. That's an easy enough pill to swallow.
Yeah, and it's still one of my favorite, like, somewhat budget-oriented blade steels. So I reasonably might order this for myself and maybe smooth out the G10. The name is unfortunate, but other than that, I really like this thing.
Is there a TI version?
You know what? Let me take a look. Again, I know there were a few different. So there's a
Justin said in chat it's Prickle Rick, and I don't.
Prickle Rick.
Hey Justin, thank you.
That's perfect.
You
have to name it when you get it.
Yeah.
Prickle Rick?
No, that's
there
what
is
the
a green one.
G10 one's going to be called.
Oh yeah. Does it have like rat guts in it?
Yeah.
So no, there is no titanium version. There's a brown micarta, a couple different carbon fibers, and you get a choice of Tonto or drop point. And
that Tonto tip is aggressive.
I actually, I didn't notice the blue version with a satin blade, but I think I like the black and the gold one more, but I like the look of the satin blade with a fuller. Yeah. Anyway, that's my first pick. Kind of a more budgety oriented one, but yeah.
Next pick.
Yes. And what is the next pick?
Coming up for me, it's going to be the new sharpening system that they're coming out with.
The precision adjust knife sharpener.
Oh, I see. Throw in a curveball. Something that's not a knife.
Yeah, that's what I do. So this thing's really, really cool. It's one of those clamp and rod sharpening systems. But some of the things that are really cool that I personally really, really enjoy about it is the clamp itself can actually pop out of the thing, so you can pull your whole knife out without unclamping it to inspect your work and stuff like that, and it does flip from side to side very easily. So no reclamping to get either side or adjusting. The angle is like, there's no actual set angles, like no 10-degree hole, no 15-degree hole. It's whatever you want. Spin a little dial and it adjusts. Yep.
That's probably my favorite
It's cool.
feature. I mean, I guess it's a combination of features here, but that in particular, combined with the clamp, is like just awesome.
So the other thing with this as well. Oh, go ahead, Nigel.
Yep. Well, I was going to say that the third feature that I find really, really cool, and what I actually think is probably my favorite feature, is the little sled for the stone that rides on that rod. Has the 3 grits of stone, like a coarse, medium, and then a bit of a polishing, all built into that one sled. So it just rotates on that same rod. You don't have to take it off, no readjusting, no switching stones out. It's just super efficient.
Are they oil stones? Do they require lubrication, or are they just like ceramic that you can run dry? Because in terms of just a get up and go type of sharpening system, there's no reason you shouldn't have this, especially when you consider the price point. Like it's here. I have the webpage. What is it?
I thought it was water myself.
We can look into it.
I could be wrong, yeah.
But even if it is oil stones, 60 Eagle dollars for this thing.
60 of the Eagle dollars.
Yeah.
Like, I will buy at least one of these.
Okay, so that's the point that I was going to bring up. With this 60 of the Eagle dollars, the problem with this particular system, not from me per se, is people are going to treat this like it's a $400 system, and they're going to have issues with maybe breaking parts because they're too aggressive and things like that. You have to keep in mind that you're buying a $60 system. And this is a sweet deal for a $60 system, but you still have to treat it like a $60 system, which means being somewhat conscious about not being too rough with it, breaking molds and bases and things like that.
Going to be a lot of plastic parts, so just taking your time, letting the stones do the work for you, kind of thing. And for the record, on their advertisement page here, they've got tri-abrasive rod includes coarse and fine diamond, and then fine ceramic. So ceramic should be dry.
That's 3-stage. Yeah.
Tri-abrasive.
Tri-abrasive. Yes.
Woo!
I am ending this call.
Next pick.
It's a good one, though. It's a good one.
Is that the Montosa? I forgot about that. That's
sure is.
That's funny. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's next?
What is next?
On to second picks. Dennis.
Was you right, Dennis?
I was not second, but that's okay. We'll go with it anyway.
I'm just
maybe I was
thrown under the bus.
So Best Tech. It's I think if you're on the second page, the BL01C.
BL01C, the Falco. That's the green in the carbon?
So you were talking about a really good deal on 154 CM, and this is not it.
MSRP
My one complaint about
200
this
almost.
Is it's $188 American for the Eagle dollars for 154 CM, but it is sexy as hell. Me and John were actually talking about this knife earlier. If he's still in chat, I hope he is. But yeah, this is my second pick for Obscure for 2021.
It's a two screw construction and a ton of anodized titanium with green.
And
that's cool.
Which kind of sucks it up for me a little bit.
That might be the first time that they've used like a multi-carbon fiber and something.
And they have it in blue, they have it in red or orange or something like that. They have it in green, and they have it just a black, where it's a black G10 with a black carbon fiber.
I remember you talking about this knife now.
I think you can get variations too, where it's the black with the blue clip, black with the satin clip. I really like this green on green with the pivot color and the clip. I was going to
say, but
the Dr. Funky touch is...
yeah.
The green looks nice. I mean, I don't know personally that I would go with the others.
I really like the green in the pictures, but it's one of those things that I'm worried that getting it in hand, it might look too seafoam greeny.
I think it probably will look a little seafoam greeny. Yeah, you're right. And I think when you get it, you're probably going to expect that a little bit type of idea, right? And so I've come to terms with that. As long as it doesn't clash too much with the G10 color. Because that's the big thing, is the G10 color and the pivot color at least have to be somewhat in a similar contrast. Because if the green G10 ends up being a forest and the other one is like a aqua or a seafoam or something, it might look funky. But anyway, that's my pick because it's sexy as hell.
Yeah, that's
a good looking knife.
That's a good looking blade. I mean, jeebus.
It has a bit of a subvert feel to me.
Yeah, it does actually, but without the weird funky spoon-shaped blade. Yeah. And honestly, their 154, they put the heat treatment at 59 to 61, which I'm like, that's a healthy Rockwell for 154 CM. I don't know what Benchmade puts theirs at.
I don't remember offhand.
But that's
about that, I think. Maybe not as high as 61, maybe 59 or 58 to 60.
I would say 58 to 60 or something like that type of thing. So I'm glad to see if Best Tech is honest about that type of bullshit, then cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Anyway, next choice.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
That's the Chavez RCK-9.
RCK-9.
Which is a... Yep.
Just making sure because it glitched out a little bit for me there.
It did.
3-inch fixed blade with a pocket clip, which is something he's made before. So I don't know why this is new, but I've talked about this knife before in video.
I don't know why this
and
is
how much I
new.
want one.
So you're kind of cheating is what I'm hearing here. Like,
Yeah, I just want to reiterate the fact that I want this thing.
Fair
I
enough.
like the idea of a pocket carryable fixed blade that's not just loose in my pocket.
Hey, so the best thing about fixed blades is you don't have to deal with the ergonomic nightmare that is a pocket clip. And
Touche.
I mean, he's well known for his clips, absolutely, and that actually looks like it would be a relatively hand-filling clips. So, sure, it probably isn't that uncomfortable, but seriously,
Yep.
it's not the worst solution I've seen, but Jesus, man.
And I gotta say that sheath with the little strap going over the top like that just looks like a croc shoe.
Oh, it totally
totally
does.
is a croc.
Yeah.
But my first thought was the very first thing that would be coming off that sheath is that loop, because I'm gonna clip it to a pocket.
So then it would just look like a croc shoe without that tab, or without the loop.
This is how you find out there's basically zero retention without that snap in place.
Guys, why you gotta shit on my parade?
Because it's fun.
It's a shitty parade,
because it's a Chavez.
Chavez gets enough hate. He doesn't need us piling on.
I don't hate Chavez. That's the best part. Is I actually like some of the Chavez designs.
I
don't care if they feel like a brick or not. Like it's.
A lot of the work I've seen from him seems pretty clean. This thing's weird, but I'm sure it's very functional.
And I'm only shitting on the sheath.
Yeah,
not the knife.
I'm gonna backtrack to the last knife that we were talking about as far as 154 cm goes. Benchmade does 58 to 61. Best X was 59 to 61. So,
okay, so just a little bit of a tighter range.
Bingo, bango. Yeah. Continue on.
It's also a 3V knife for. I guess it's pretty basic for $200.
This knife, 3V, yeah, for sure. I do like the clip on the pocket design. There was an old Nemesis knife that actually had that design, and it's one of the few like neck knife type of ideas where I was like, okay, that's actually clever, and it helps the ergos of the handle and stuff, even with the way that the clip is designed, right? So
yeah.
Next pick.
I think that's Nigel.
I think it's you.
No,
it's
precision
you,
sharpener.
No,
everyone next pick except for you.
So this is I've kind of been interested in Williams' work before, James Williams. He's done stuff for CRKT. This is a exclusive for Blade HQ, so I'll never see it. But it's their the Shobu Zukuri folder with the bronze TI. It's this titanium is a integral handle, which is cool.
Of course, you would like that knife.
Yeah, it's. I like it.
Right.
Yeah. It's weird, but I like that. I've always liked his Japanese style or Japanese style Tonto tip. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an integral handle, so.
For the record, Jeff Park called. He wants his collaboration rates.
Well, this was out long before these were out long before the crossbones, but yeah.
Well, no, this particular version with the little bit of the bronzy and the
bluey
that's
yeah. No, fair enough.
You're gonna get gunk in your flipper.
Yeah, that's actually the one thing I'm not crazy about on this knife, but everything else I kind of like.
It just popped into my head. It's a speed hole, so the flipper goes faster, so it opens up quicker.
Exactly.
Less inertia.
When seconds count, right?
Exactly.
I
hate it. Property of matter.
What's that?
Nothing.
Thanks, nerd.
Yeah. It's also Sleipnir, and I don't have any, so
it's an integral.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Okay, I missed that part of it. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I was ridiculing.
Too busy giving me shit. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure I was. All right, I think that's everyone's second. Did anyone have honorable mentions? I don't know.
Nope.
I've got one, but let's let Paul go first because I just did this one.
So, my first, I have two.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
I don't think we ever actually got to see a photo of the CRKT hex bit driver with the leather.
Mm.
Like, I don't think that was an actual
Right, yeah,
photo
because when we did it, it was still...
Oh, you're such a cheater. It's unbelievable how much of a cheater you are.
Is that on their...
It is now.
Is that on their website?
I'm sure it is.
Is it under
double
multi-tools?
down on an overpriced bit driver set. That's awesome.
Yeah, but
what the hell is it called?
It's cheaper than any of the custom ones that I would possibly buy. So I'm still saving money. See how I justify?
Hey, Paul, tell me the name so I can bring up a picture for these kind people.
Oh, I guess I could probably do that for you. It's the Woo hex bit driver tool roll.
Like WOO?
Yep. Leather and brass 9911.
WU. Triple U.
Triple U. I'm not getting anything.
The first two are silent.
I'm just looking up bit driver and going from there.
That's probably a better idea.
Yeah. So you're looking at just
go to the news section.
The brass one. Yeah.
The brass one?
Oh, dude, you can get the driver by itself. Give me that. Yeah. I don't care. Fuck that thing.
Okay, dude. On pre-order right now at the Cutting Edge Cutlery is the brass driver by itself without the leather thing and the bits because it's much cheaper.
Really now?
They're on pre-order. They haven't arrived yet. Anyway, continue on with your life.
I dig that. So should I tell you the other one too?
May as well.
It's stupid.
Is it cheating too?
Did we talk
Electric
about
Boogaloo?
Did we talk about what?
We didn't talk about SOG.
I said, did we talk about SOG?
Which SOG?
The Pop Grip multi-tool. It's a PopSocket with a multi-tool in it, and it's dumb.
What?
But if you're gonna PopSocket your phone, at least have something in it.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how many things are wrong with putting a PopSocket on your phone as far as your man card goes. Like, it's...
Really? You're a stickler for that shit?
I don't even care.
Yes.
It's just like the point of the PopSocket is it lays down really, really flat, so it still fits in your pocket nicely. How do you fit a multi-tool in that?
That's just
like
dumb.
It's a really slide pry-bar-y thing.
What the hell? What's the name of it?
Multi-tool is grandiose for sure.
What's it called?
I think I might have closed. Oh,
Pop it like it's hot.
Pop grip.
Pop grip.
Pop grip.
Pop grip. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Because Pop isn't getting me any results here.
It's so new.
Oh, there's a Blade HQ link. Let's do that.
It's already been scrapped.
Yeah.
The idea was already garbage before we even got to this conversation.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Why
but
do
it's
they?
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, that is so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Can I be honest here? I brought it up mostly to tear it apart.
I hope that you have that on your phone when you die in the woods from getting eaten by a bear.
So
that's what I'm going to say about this particular tool.
If that thing actually collapses, because even if it does, that's still pretty thick. I have a fairly wide phone case because I like having double screens. Plebeians who don't have two screens on their phone, what are you doing? But this thing, okay, imagine this. You've got this on your phone. Due to the nature of what it is, you can't have it on a case. Imagine that tool coming loose in your pocket, and now it's rattling against your phone screen. You're just scratching the shit out of your camera, scratching the shit out of your phone.
Both of those screens. It's terrible.
Oh, well, no, not even mine, but like any normal phone. Like that's unless they've got like some sort of active lock keeping that in place, which I can almost guarantee they don't. That's a terrible
like a detent
idea.
ball or something like that, probably. Magnets. I bet you it's a detent ball or something to that effect. Or a spring bar,
I bet you it's tight plastic.
They don't say. It's probably just tight plastic. They don't say anything about any kind of detent.
Okay, you did open it down. 5 tools, it says.
5.
Oh,
Well, it's
yeah,
gonna
like I
count
was
the
trying to
hex,
figure it out.
2 different size hex drivers, a bottle opener, a can opener, and a pry bar.
Screwdriver.
Oh,
Ah.
I missed one. Where's the screwdriver on the end? Is it that corner piece
Off of
towards the
the,
butt end?
Yeah, the top corner where you see the chamfer on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's weird.
The world's dumbest tool.
that's a weird pick, Paul.
Thanks for ruining this stream there, Paul.
You're welcome.
You made me lose interest.
I don't think you can save
So
it
what
with
are your
your
4?
honorable mention. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, what are your 4 honorable mentions? You can't save it, Joe.
I only had one. It was another concept knives.
Amazing.
It wasn't the Prickle. It was the Mozier. At Mujir. It's a frame lock with a
Mozier.
Mozier. Yeah.
You
It's using
got to say it with the pinky out.
Mozier.
I bet you it's just Muir.
Mirror.
I bet
Yeah.
you that J is silent.
So I normally don't
Yeah.
really care for trailing points, but I don't actually mind how this one sits in relation to the
That's
handle.
actually a good look. That's a very good looking knife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
What's
into
the
it.
steel on it?
Cool.
Sorry.
CPM S20V.
Okay, that's what I thought it said. And no. Just no.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, you don't even have an answer, Joe. Give us an answer. You should have an answer to these things.
For what it's actually supposed to be.
I have no idea, but that's horseshit.
S20V? I don't know. Actually,
Or 20
It's either
CV.
20 CV or S30.
What does it say in the
it's
description?
it doesn't. It says
S20,
S20
CPM,
in the
S20.
description.
S20V. They're butchering 2 steels together. It's probably 20 CV.
Have we looked up a knife app by any chance? Is there an S20V that
no,
we just don't know about?
there's no such thing as an S20V.
You wouldn't think, but we've all been idiots before.
What's that bolster?
There's 20 CV, but there's no S20V. Yeah. And sorry, the bolster? It's Timascus, I think.
Mhm.
Yep, Timascus for the bolster.
Cool.
I'm actually gonna. I don't know if they have their own website concept knives, but I do want to find out what they're actually using for the steel. Let's check a different website. Maybe they have more accurate information.
That's a front top flipper.
Oh, it's S35VN according to Wide Mountain Knives.
Because that's almost the same as 20 CV or S30.
But this is this is a different version. So who knows? It might actually be something different.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Wow, I was kind of
Mystery.
I'm pretty sure
Wait.
it performs just like AR
What the hell?
MP9.
No. But it's S20V on White Mountain Knives for the same version. Is S20V actually a steel that I
I tried to look it up and there was nothing. No, I just looked it up, Joe. There was
weird.
nothing.
Okay. So where the hell are they getting their information from? Maybe from concept? Maybe they're just confused about what steels exist?
Maybe.
Weird. Okay. Anyway,
Maybe it's another name for Oz4 and they're just tricking everyone.
For $200, that makes me sad.
Oh, it's a CPM Crucible. So, I mean, it's a new proprietary steel.
Yeah,
you don't know what's in it. Pay $265 to find out.
Oz4 wasn't fine-grained enough. Yeah. May as well have made a powder metallurgy version of 9CR, for God's sake.
You're going to find out that they've released Spy 27 as S20.
I'm okay with that. I mean, sure.
They're
fine.
just giving it to anyone for a new name now that they
With
have
a
it.
different name. There you go.
Yeah.
Crucible's like, we're cashing in on this bullshit. Like,
You paid for a name, motherfuckers.
We'll call it CPM zippity doo. Like, yeah.
You'll never know.
How could you possibly?
I'm pretty sure that's a CJRB knife, but
yeah, maybe.
Zippity doo.
yeah,
The zippity
sure.
doo. What
And
happens?
their rep is going to be so excited about its performance.
Looking up zippity doo knife. Oh man, we actually got a result.
Jesus.
Oh no.
End the stream. Just end the stream now.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Is
The-
let's just end this here. That seems like a good point.
Why did I just wanted to be on record that the Otzi knife showed up.
Ben's actually
That's
asked in
funny.
chat what it said on the blade as far as.
That is a good question, actually.
I couldn't actually find a picture on Blade HQ. But what does it say?
Oh, it's there, but it's very, very
What
small.
the hell? It actually says S20V on the blade.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I've got research to do, ladies and gentlemen. Man.
Well,
Ladies.
on that bombshell, we should head off and try and figure out what this is.
I'm excited.
Kevin Thompson will tell us.
Hopefully.
I don't want to hear anything from a Devin Thompson.
I'm glad Joe caught that.
Oh, God.
No, it sounded perfectly normal to me.
That's the problem, damn it.
That's the joke.
All right, then. All right.
Sorry, Paul.
All right, Nigel, let's end this bullshit.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be that. We're going to round it out for this evening for this week's entertainment. Hope you all enjoy. Make sure to head on off over to Patreon to help donate to our crazy cause and see what sorts of behind the scenes extras and bonuses and stuff that we have, and enjoy.
Please enjoy.
And follow us on Instagram. We have stagnated so hard at 990 something. And whether it's 92 or it's 94, we were 95, I think, for 5 minutes before a spam account got deleted.
Was it the one that was spamming us with E's? Did he just DM you a bunch of E's until you had to block him?
No. He actually had something to contribute later in the stream.
Or, no, he was just trying to sell you Damascus knives. It's fine.
No, it was a giveaway account.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you. We haven't thanked Cutting Edge for a while, but a bunch of these new 2021 reviews, I think we should throw up the fact that Cutting Edge is actually letting us borrow these and take some time to look at them and whatever, right? So, yeah, for what it's worth, thank them. They have some pretty competitive prices because I make sure they do, because if they didn't, I'd yell and scream. So.
Indeed.
It's true. I've done those things.
Like a petulant child over the phone.
Yep, so now that we've saved ourselves from Dennis's tantrum, we're going to head out for the evening. I am Nigel the Smith. We'll see you next time.
I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I am the Iron Joe.
Excel.ca.
We will catch you again.